Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney and I am a fragrance and flavor enthusiast. Here on my channel, we mostly explore fragrances, but I sometimes like to throw in other content here and there just for fun. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has viewed, liked, commented, shared, and subscribed. So today, in the spirit of Valentine's, I thought I would choose some fragrances in my collection that could be great options for different Valentine's Day dates. So I came up with 7 different scenarios and I looked through my collection and I came up with some choices that I thought would be appropriate for this range of dates. So I had a lot of fun choosing. I did find myself going back and forth, changing my mind a lot. Yeah, this was definitely a process. It was like, no, this wouldn't be it. No. And yeah, it was fun though. So that's what today's video is. I have 7 date scenarios that I came up with, and I chose fragrances that from my collection that I thought would be appropriate for me if I were to participate in any of these chosen dates. So let's get into it. So I'll be sharing with you guys both perfumes and fragrance mists, just so it can kind of give you like not only variety, but I guess to show you that you don't necessarily need a perfume per se to give the vibe that you're trying to give off, you know? So the first date scenario is not really a date, but kinda. So it would be me going out with one of my girlfriends and we know we're going out dancing, but I am open to connecting with somebody's son. So what fragrances would I wear to feel sexy, feel confident, and also basically intentionally try to lure people in? So the perfume that I selected is none other than Scandal by Night, and this is a cherry honey scent that is potent, deep, strong, and super sweet. And the reason why I chose this is this just is one of those scents in my collection that I feel is you're going out, you dress sexy, and you want attention. You want some male attention. And I feel like the scent trail it leaves is very seductive and alluring and will do the job just perfectly. Did I just spit? I'm sorry. Will do the job just perfectly. So the fragrance mist that I've chosen for this particular scenario is Forever Red. And I've chosen this one because it's sexy. It also has that alluring vibe, and it's also kind of boozy smelling, just like Scandal by Night kind of smells a little boozy to me too. And even though I wouldn't necessarily say this is like a party scent or anything like that, there's just a fresh, sweet, juicy brightness in the opening, and then as it dries down it just gets a little bit deeper and more seductive, I think. And you know, I just feel like there's something about this that, like I said, it leaves like it has like an alluring quality to it, and I just feel like this would be, you know, appropriate when I'm wearing it for specific intentions. So the next date scenario is, again, not really a date scenario. So basically it's nothing really special is going on for Valentine's Day, but you know the deed is going to be done. So what scent would I wear to be feeling effortlessly clean but still sexy at the same time? So my perfume choice is Musk 12 by Kayali. And I remember when I first smelled that, I'll link the video of me trying this for the first time. I was like, oh, this is just one that just smells like clean skin, but there's an underlying sex appeal to it that I find so good. And this is how I want to smell when I want to attract my partner, but don't want to seem like I'm trying hard, but I know exactly what I'm doing. So that's why Musk 12 is my perfume choice. So the fragrance mist that I've chosen when I want to smell effortlessly clean and sexy for my guy, and I don't want to, again, come off like I'm trying too hard. I just know I smell good and almost like I'm not really even wearing any fragrance, is Magnolia Charm. And this may be surprising, but for me, this is just like, I think I've described it as like a clean laundry kind of smell. But when I wear it, I think I sprayed it on this hand earlier. It just smells like just feminine. And when I first sprayed it, it's like a juicy, bright burst in the opening. But as it dries, ooh, cat hair. As it dries down, it's just a subtle sexiness that comes from just smelling clean. You know how that is. You know how that is. So that is why Magnolia Charm is my choice for that. So the next date scenario is actually a date scenario. So in this scenario, I knew that we would be staying home, but we're gonna order takeout. We're gonna be watching a movie together, just spending a lot of like close, you know, we're gonna be close up on each other, building tension, just spending a lot of time just very close to each other and just enjoying each other's company at home. So I was like, okay, what fragrances could I pick that would smell very nice, but not be like overpowering or anything? Because, you know, we're indoors and we're up and close to each other, but also smells a little bit more special than not. So the perfume I've chosen for this scenario is Limone e Vagnilia by Fragrenza, and this is a dupe for Lira by Xerjoff. And what I like about this one, which is why I've chosen it, is that it's a spicy sweet scent that has low projection on me. So I will consider this to be more of an intimate fragrance that, you know, it invites closeness. And it also features a note of lavender. And I know I've said in the past that lavender is kind of meh with me sometimes, but I learned that lavender and I think it was pumpkin pie are two scents that men seem to like go bonkers for some scientific reason. So I thought it would be funny and also scientific to pick a fragrance that has a spicy sweetness as well as lavender in it. So, and this is also just a very nice fragrance as well that I do really enjoy wearing. So the fragrance mist that I've chosen is also one that I feel has quite low projection, unless like I douse myself in it, but for the most part, it's relatively low in projection. And I chose it because I feel like the kinds of guys that I attract aren't like, how do I put this? They appreciate me smelling feminine and girly and sweet, and I guess edible too. So I thought what would be an appropriate choice for that, considering all of that, is strawberry pound cake. Guys really like this scent profile. I mean, I enjoy it too, but this is like literally what it says it is, and it just has like a berries and cream kind of scent profile. Smells edible, sweet, like losing my words here. When I wear this particular fragrance mist, I will say, like I mentioned before, the projection is quite low. So I figured this would be a good one just because if we're gonna be close to each other, I don't really want to choke him out or anything, but I also want him to be able to appreciate the scent emanating from my skin. And if he wants to bite, that's fine. So the next date scenario is a date where my date and I are going to be going somewhere that serves specialty drinks. So we're going to go be having a bunch of drinks together, trying out like unique drinks. And the venue may or may not be outside, and there may or may not be a fire pit. So I'm thinking, very chill drinking, and also the opportunity to get cozy and close to each other, especially, you know, the weather may be a little bit chilly because, you know, the fire pit's going. So what fragrances could I pick that would feel appropriate to me but also feel sexy at the same time? And my perfume choice is La Nuit Tresor by Lancome. And this one I chose because it's dark, kind of boozy, kind of smoky, and I was like, you know, let me just match the theme of the evening. But yeah, so this is a sexy one that is also, I feel, strong enough to be able to smell even if there's like a lot going on, which is important for me. And I feel like it again has that like seductive dark quality that makes it very appealing. And the fragrance mist that I've chosen for this particular date scenario is Bonfire Bash. And I also chose this one because of that slightly smoky element to it. And this is also a sweet one that I think has a sexiness to it. It has some sexy notes. I mean, it's vanilla bourbon, creamy sandalwood, and cashmere musk. So it's just like, you know, come on now. And it's also, when I spray a little heavier, this one actually projects quite well. And, oh, it's addictive. Yeah, so it's sexy, sweet, kind of smoky. And yeah, again, it has a vanilla bourbon. Come on now, booze, smoke, yes, appropriate. So that's Bonfire Bash. So the next date scenario is a casual, playful date. So I may or may not be doing something relatively active, but I imagine it's a date where we're not just like sitting around, we're actually like doing something. So I thought of maybe like mini golf or like axe throwing. So something where we're having fun doing an activity together, and it's like low key, it's like chill. So the perfume choice for that particular date is Because It's You by Emporio Armani by Giorgio Armani. And I've mentioned before that this is like one of my happiest scents in my collection. And why I've chosen this one is because it has a playfulness to it. It smells fresh. So, you know, when I'm moving around, throwing things, you know, I still smell clean and fresh, but sweet and feminine at the same time. So this is like a flirtatious scent that I don't think is trying too hard, but it smells very delightful. So yeah, this is a happy, fun scent. So I think it would be totally appropriate. So the fragrance mist that I've chosen for this casual, playful date is Gingham Love. And this again, I mean, it's even described as playful. Yeah, this is described as playfully romantic. And I have to agree. It's like, again, it has that freshness to it, but it smells sweet, feminine, and like flirty. So totally appropriate. Oh, I really like the scent profile. I would actually wear, to be honest, I feel like I would wear these two together and it would work. That's an idea. That is an idea. But yeah, so this is Gingham Love and I love it. So the next date scenario is my date is taking me to a fancy dinner at one of the most exclusive restaurants in town, and I want to show up and show out. So which fragrances would I pick to smell different from everyone there, but also still sexy and alluring and beautiful? So my perfume choice is L'Interdit Intense by Givenchy. Yeah. So this is one that is a deep, sexy, sweet fragrance that has like a grown woman vibe to it. I think it's the patchouli that's in here. But that doesn't really that comes later on. But I think the tuberose too also adds to that like grown woman smell. But yeah, this is just sexy, deep. It smells kind of niche to my nose, to be honest. Like it doesn't smell like, it smells unique, but not weird. So So it just has that quality about it that just makes it very like addictive, and it also kind of has like a cozy vibe to it too. So for me, that just lends to it being one that I would want to wear on this like fancy dinner date, because not only is it kind of strong, but also it has like the cozy come closer kind of vibe to it, you know, which may cause problems while we're trying to eat. Not for me, but for my date, in terms of not being able to hold back or resist me. But you know, that's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, so this is a lovely one. And for my fragrance mist, I wanted to pick something that I thought smelled more expensive than it actually is. And again, has that like sexy grown kind of vibe to it. And for that, I chose Black Amethyst. And this is a sexy, fruity patchouli scent that has depth to it. And it has a few notes in it that just make it more, I think, elevated than your standard scent of a fragrance mist. But I just think there's something sexy about this. And this actually lasts quite long on my skin too, which is a plus. So it has like that sweetness to it from the fruits, making it kind of like intoxicating, but the patchouli adds a layer of sexiness to it, which I think makes this a fabulous choice. Yeah, so that is Black Amethyst. So the last date scenario that I came up with is, I've been told that I'm going to be taken out on a date, but I have no idea what we're doing. It's a surprise date. So I have no idea where we're going and what we're doing. The only thing is that I've been told to get ready because my outfit's gonna be there. So I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm gonna be wearing either because my outfit's not with me. So I was like, okay, what fragrances could I pick that would be appropriate no matter what the date is? So my perfume choice may or may not be obvious to you at this point, but my choice for perfume, if I was to be taken on a totally surprise date, would be Signorina Miele by Fragrenza, which is a dupe for Monsieur Cherie, the 2005 formulation by Dior. So why I've chosen this one is that it's sweet, playful, feminine, flirtatious, classy, elegant. It's so much things that no matter what I end up doing that night, I know I'm gonna smell appropriate. So yeah, this is a lovely one as well. And it lasts long, which is also important, right? So yeah, a lovely scent, and it's just a fun, classy scent, which I think would be, you know, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong when you don't know what you're going to be doing, right? So my approach to choosing a fragrance mist was pretty much the same. I wanted to pick something that was feminine, flirty, classy, and also has a unique touch to it. So the choice that I made for this is Twinkling Nights. And I'll be honest, the jasmine note plays a significant role in why I've chosen this one, just because I think I learned somewhere that jasmine and the male species does very well together. But yeah, this is just a good one anyways. This is a sweet, bright, feminine scent that just smells delightful. And it's again, the same qualities of the Signorina Miele. So it's like sweet, feminine, fun, classy, and there's a little bit of playfulness to this too. And because the composition is so simple, I feel like that would also do well in a situation where I'm not entirely sure what we're doing, how close we're going to be together throughout this whole date. You know what I mean? So yeah, Twinkling Nights is my choice. Well, that was fun. So yeah, that was really exciting. I'm like all like thinking of all like the date ideas. It's lovely. But yeah, let me know down below which of these scenarios you would be most excited about and which of your fragrances in your collection you would definitely choose for that scenario. I'm curious. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. Bye! So the first date scenario is not really a date per se, but it kind of is. So basically, it's going out with my girlfriends and so the next date scenario. So the next, why am I so giggly? Oh, this is fun. It's basically Netflix and chill. So you know you're gonna be staying. Do I want to speak from what person am I speaking from? Okay, first person. So the next date scenario I came up with is I'm gonna be doing something with my what? So the next date scenario is my date is taking me on, wait, what do I want to say? So my next date scenario is a date that is casual, like playful and fun. So I envision going somewhere pretty chill where we're gonna, well, no, it's not true. Where's my upright sheet? And hello, bug. You can leave now. So my approach to the fragrance mist choice was a little bit different in the sense that actually, no, it's the same. Happy Valentine's Day to all that celebrate.